the world premiere of Star Wars Battlefront 2's multiplayer.
Nice.
Thanks so much. Hey guys, welcome to the world premiere of Star Wars Battlefront 2's multiplayer gameplay, Assault on Theed. We're ready to show you guys the live gameplay for the first time. I'm your host, Justine, and with me here today, we've got Golden Boy and Paul Kesslin, producer from DICE. What have we got going on here today, guys?
We got a lot going on today. First of all, what we're going to see today is a
oh, did I say Steam by accident? You guys get it.
We'll be showing people going. The droids are attacking Theed. They'll be going all the way up the main pathway towards the Royal Palace.
She was just like
the MTT tank. From there, we progress to stage 2. The droids need to try to bypass security, make their way into the palace itself. If they're successful, they'll be able to take on the throne room, and there the droids will ideally try to capture that from the clone army.
All right, so it's kind of like a combination of like the 3-stage stuff from the last game, as well as like Walker Assault.
In Star Wars, this is going to be awesome.
Oh yeah.
Are you guys excited?
Oh yeah.
Man, you guys got to come alive over here because we're going to see some great gameplay. We have some great game changers.
Nintendo's not going to be till Tuesday.
Here, and I use competing as a term because these guys.
That was kind of a weird graphical thing when they first opened it.
Yesterday, and it's just really fun to sort of get into this environment. You know, it's something that we've seen in the movies, but we're actually in the gameplay, and with someone here who has actually worked on the game. So let's talk more about what we're seeing here and getting into this, because there's 3 phases to this. So currently, we're in phase 1.
That's right, and also we have some great game changers. You saw one of them pop up in just a little while. It was VF Updates, Pool Shark, Moose. We also have my boy Darkness, a.k.a. Dankness.
NBA.
He will be playing as well. We have Westy, Master G, Star Wars HQ, and some NBA Live, just cuz. Why not? You know, just do your thing. But anyway, here you go.
That was weird.
Star Wars Battlefront 2, folks. Now this is awesome because essentially phase 1 you get to escort an MTT down.
I like how the droids even walk like robotically.
On for the clones, they have to hold back the assault here, Paul.
They do, definitely. The droids are sitting there trying to escort that MTT up the main pathway. If they're successful, we go on to that phase 2. But right now, what we're seeing is some specialist gameplay.
Oh, is music there? I didn't hear that.
Yeah, let's actually talk about the specialists, and also you're going to see a couple different classes here. This class in particular that Master G is using is the heavy class. Specialist, kind of your sniper, right? But the heavy class, what do they do here?
So the heavy class is great. They got a bit more health than your average trooper. They're also able to pop that combat shield, try to push into areas. So you can see those guys as pushers or defenders in some areas. Nice. But it looks like we got one of our Vulture droids right now. Not sure who's flying this guy, but these guys are great at air-to-air, trying to take out those other ships that might be coming in, that Naboo N1 Starfighter. Otherwise, they're there to provide some great ground support like we're seeing here, trying to get some strafing runs in on those clones.
Oh!
Come on, man.
Missed that tower.
You just did it wrong there, buddy.
So it's great because we also do have the air support, but we also have ground support as well.
We do.
Oh man, I love the graphics.
Trying to take out some of the ground vehicles that you may see. The droid army has the AAT tank, something that's really great at troop suppression.
That's a nice slick UI too.
We see here a little clip of the V-Wing doing that. Oh man, he's just mowing something.
V-Wing confirmed.
Yeah, just absolutely shredding. You're going to see this happen quite a bit, especially in this phase, because there's a lot of open field here, right? And you can just come through for some great great bombing runs, really.
Look at that map, though, from like the sky. Like, how do they even put that in the game, like in 2 years? It blows my mind what they're able to do.
In this map, where it's already difficult to find cover to begin with in this phase.
Mr. Muselk, there you go.
Right now that there is an AAT tank sitting around on the battlefield. He is probably
in
the clone troopers, but this Vulture droid is really stepping it up.
What I love about this is everyone's like, oh, look at this great open map. And then when you start phase 2, it's like everything starts coming in and coming way closer together. And we were talking a little bit more about the Assault class. So for somebody who has just started playing this, never played any previous versions, do you feel like the Assault class might be something perfect for them to pick up?
I think the Assault class is yes, absolutely. It's something that is painful. The Assault class is something that a lot of players will be able to jump right into. They're your frontline flanker attacker. I think they're going to be fairly easy. You can get right in and just start having your typical run and gun action. Their signature ability, you see here at the top of the screen, your number 2 ability.
What gun is that?
Shotgun.
I'm not an expert on Star Wars guns, by the way.
Get in there and kind of break through those front lines.
Oh, I love it. I love using the shotgun, man. It is so good. And it's actually, when I first used it, it really caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting it. And I said, wait a minute. I could destroy people with this. So I just charged into the room and just absolutely shredded everyone. It was so fun to play with here. We're also seeing some great dogfighting here. between the clones and the separatists. This is certainly what a lot of folks love in Star Wars, and just really in any game that DICE makes, right? They just always do a good job with the air combat. He's really trying to track him down. This Vulture's really
That's right. Didn't they bring in like a second, like another developer for the ship combat?
He'll be able to kind of suppress some of those guys with as he rushes in.
And there are different weapons as well. Like one of the guns that I would oftentimes use was the semi-automatic gun. It fire a lot slower, but you get great shots with it. And then
love those tanks.
Nice compact SMG style blaster that really.
Are they 2-player or just one?
Range. I was using a little.
I mean, we want to give you a little bit more weapon variety this time around,
Yeah.
Also, some AAT tank action here, and this is doing what it does best. It's suppressing that point, trying to keep those clones out of the way.
They're trying to make their way forward as the objective continues to march down. He has to get away from that.
He's trying to, I don't know, is he trying to flank the tank? That's not smart.
I don't know, man. Maybe
that was a nice roll.
A combat roll there. Got to give you some escape options in case you get into some hairy action.
I hope people don't spam that like they did in the first one.
Oh, we haven't.
Some ATRTs, yes. So these are great for taking out those AATs. So these guys are a little quick. They have an ion charge ability. That way they'll be able to do a little bit more extra damage against the tank should they see it. So you can imagine like 3 or 4 of these on the battlefield.
Nice ATRT.
Look at this. He's just
can you stop someone out? What can you do with this?
You can run someone over if you want.
I was actually going to say, could I get shot off of it if I'm on top of it because my body's exposed? That question was answered, instantly.
Almost immediately.
Yeah, almost immediately. Oh man. So Mr. Musel here. Look for this guy to be on a tear a little bit later as well. And also, I did want to highlight we have an officer, as a matter of fact, right in front of Star Wars.
We did, one of my favorite classes.
What is it about the officer that makes it so unique?
I mean, my Twitch skills aren't where they used to be. I'm a bit slower nowadays, but I'm able to really buff up my class, or buff up my teammates, try to let them get some extra health.
So it's more of like a support class.
What happened there?
Finally some good dogfighting going in there.
Okay,
so
all right.
What's great about some of these starfighters is these are accessed through our new battle point system. So instead of finding a pickup token on the map like we used to in the last game, you're now able to, depending on how well you do, whether you're scoring points via kills, via team play assists, or you're playing the objective like we really want players to do, you're earning points continuously that will allow you to spend those on whether it be a special character.
So no pickups, I guess. Cool.
And the battle points that allows you to unlock all of those things.
All those things, definitely.
And also something to look out for too.
Cool. So battle points completely replacing pickups.
Really gonna play a
That's good to hear.
I mean, right now, definitely you see a lot more. It's an open space. You have time for this air combat and some vehicle gameplay. But once we get inside, it's going to be a different story.
Still seems like somewhat small area for like ships and stuff.
They better enjoy their air
like you're turning around about. Looks like you turn around about as much as you would on Battlefront 1.
But he was doing what he needed to do, support his team, right? It's that combined arms fire. You want to make sure that somebody's trying to cover you from the air.
Oh boy. So, and you can see after every respawn as well, you get those
how many points you're earning.
Right? So
That's
you
right.
can use those later on. Got some specialist gameplay here as well. Maybe you can take off a couple faces perhaps.
Battlefront updates.
In the specialist class, you can also deploy different types of traps as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So they have access to a trip mine. So if you want to sit there and you want to be, that true character, you set up some trip mines behind yourself, make sure nobody can flank you. But really, you're there to provide some of that cover fire for your troops downrange. And it's especially potent in this area because it is such a big open area. So that specialist really shine in phase 1.
Some more bombing runs here.
Nice. So you can also be like you can just lay some traps down as well.
Again, he's doing great. Oh, and we see there one of the officer classes right next to one of the clones.
Officer, fantastic.
Obviously, these guys aren't controlling the camera.
Definitely.
Support your team. Like, if you are playing with your buddies, you want to be able to have at least one officer available because he keeps you going in the fight.
At least. I mean, they really help push, when those heavies are trying to drive towards a point, you got your officers behind you, giving you some extra health, making sure that you're still able to complete that push. Or on the opposite side, if you're with the droids,
hearing a little bit of that music.
The officers have access to a turret that they can place on the ground and, give a little bit more fire support for that area.
I'm trying to see if Massive G here is, he's really focused on the bombing runs, right? He's not trying to go into combat with Musa, who's up there. There's a dark.
You know, a little bit of music.
Just shredding everyone up here. Maybe he can get a couple.
He just went into siege mode.
It seems, I'm not sure if it's constant or if it
How does this play out?
keeps going.
For a limited time, you're able to just blow up just some huge area effect shots. You lock down your position, but you're able to have a lot more firepower.
We also just saw the B2 Super Battle Droid there as well. That's something you can get
Another
with
one of my
Battle
favorites.
Points as well.
Another one of my favorites. Yeah, you can grab those guys.
I like how that guy was trying to like strafe with the Super Battle Droid, but it wasn't really moving too much.
Oh,
Here we go.
oh, there it is.
And this big explosion indicates phase 1 is over. Now we start phase 2. And this is when the action really begins to pick up here, because it gets really tight inside of that building, and players need to be mindful of that and look for this B2 to just shred through everyone, especially with that cooling ability that he has, to be able to keep him just constantly shooting in the fight.
He's gonna make a huge difference here as the fight moves inside.
Nice.
there's
Super
gonna be
Battle
different
Droids.
pathways. He's gonna be able to just shred as soon as anybody gets.
And hey, wrist rockets.
Those narrow corridors.
Of course.
And just waiting for the prime opportunity to push up here. Players falling. Got, you know, White Boy there. And there. Oh, here we go.
This is some Darth Maul action.
Oh, Darth Maul.
Here we go, folks.
This
Darth
is where
Maul.
it starts to get interesting.
This
Where
is
it gets scary.
Darth Maul will excel in phase 2 and phase 3 as you're inside. I mean, he's a great mobile attacker. He's going to sit
Especially
there
because
with
it's
his
such
lightsaber.
close quarters, too. So
Oh,
he's
exactly.
absolutely perfect for that.
Absolutely. I mean, some of his abilities you can see here. He's got that spin attack. He's able to just rush in and out of combat and just take guys out in the process.
It was funny. I was talking to Musa earlier, and he was using Darth Maul, and he was saying how there's Boba Fett as well. But he was talking about how he wishes.
Again,
Darth
multiple
Maul could
heroes.
reflect. Like, if he could reflect, he'd be too strong. Like, he'd be way too strong.
Oh,
there
this
goes
is a good
Boba
flank.
Fett.
That was a good flank by Boba Fett and Maul. Just
Boba Fett
shredded
looks
the Clone Army,
the
unfortunately.
same as he does in the first one.
Boba Fett is definitely a hunter killer. So if the Clone Army is able to get some of their heroes in play, like this is where Boba Fett will really shine. Is with that jetpack of his, he's able to kind of float above the battlefield, fire off some rockets, and really just take out.
All right, cool, Uncle Lance.
So what difference does he have from the last game?
From the last game, we've given him a bit new tricks. He's got a new concussion rocket that will really disorient players completely. But he also has this rocket barrage. Instead of just one rocket, he's able to really just lay down some suppressive fire.
Nice.
Nice.
Also,
Oh, heard a little bit of that about. Heard a little bit of those
side,
Clone Wars
there are
voices. Nice.
Specialists, you know, characters that you can pick up as well. We haven't seen much of it yet, but that would be the clone jump trooper.
That's right.
Very
that's
different
right.
from the standard like assault class or heavy class. It has the jump jets that you love from Battlefront, the original.
That's right.
Brought back here, but now focused on the central class.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're back to Boba Fett here.
Nice.
Look at
So
that.
the jetpack's focused on specific classes instead of like everyone having it.
It's intense.
Oh,
they got him,
goes
though.
down.
Oh, rip Boba.
Jesse was able to find him on that one, but
Yep.
here comes some officer gameplay here.
Oh, good. Finally, somebody playing some.
All right, a turret, trip mine. What else?
People matter too.
Radar.
You gotta give him some love.
We're the linchpin
Oh,
of the
shields,
team.
protective shields.
Exactly. Now, what is his 2 exactly? His 2 is the healing
His 2
ability?
abilities that, yeah, exactly. It's that healing ability. It gives you a little bit
It's
of
a healing
buff,
ability.
For your little over health, but it also heals you back up. So it's, oh, here we got some of the jump troopers.
Oh boy, and here we go. It's
There
getting
it
ready
is.
for phase 3 in just a little bit. There's a jump trooper. We talked about him before. Jump trooper, super fun to play. But again, you know, it's attached to a specialist now, so not everyone's going to have it equipped, although it was really
Did I see
fun in the
another
original
lightsaber
Battlefront.
there?
But I am going to be excited to hop in the jump trooper.
Or was that just something else?
I mean, I know people, we love this. People, a lot of people love the.
Oh,
jump
there's
trooper.
Rey.
Oh, now
jeez.
we've got Rey. Not gonna lie, I'm super excited to play as her.
She's quite a powerful character.
Don't run.
Here's some of
She
her
got,
abilities.
you know, she got out of that one really,
Don't
really
run.
quickly, but
Oh,
they
Oh,
got her.
rip.
the droid fallen by a
Finished
simple
her off.
droid.
No, but Rey
So how
has.
does
Rey
her
has
mind
abilities.
trick affect enemies?
Absolutely.
I gotta say, Darth
Rey's
Maul
mind
looks
trick is
epic.
something that against,
Moves a
all
little
enemies,
fast,
you can confuse
but
for a little bit, your controls will kind of, you know,
that's
work
sort of
against
his
you,
style.
making you a little bit more vulnerable to attack.
Was that solo
Just so you
too?
guys know, this is when it gets insane. Because there's so much going on here. And oh, was that a little Han?
We saw a little Han, yeah.
Are we gonna get some Han?
I hope so.
I hope so.
But I mean, you saw it earlier, so
I thought he
every
just
time
died.
You finish a life, we'll show you how many battle points you have, and some people have enough points to get those reinforcements, and especially this late in the game, you'll see a lot more of these special classes coming out.
Let me guess, you're gonna be able to buy battle points with like real money and stuff.
Jump back, trying to be mobile, trying to fly into that last zone and capture a point.
This is really where heavies are going to thrive.
That shield's kind of weird. It's weird because I've never seen that before in like any game or anything.
Just absolutely dominating the clones. They need to push out. They need to fight this one out here. There are so many lives left that the Separatists have to their team.
Another boba?
They could really run through this. The clones have to start acting fast because if they cap it, that will be it. The Separatists will win this game.
It's not looking so good for my boys in the clone army.
I'm a Separatist.
Oh, Droidicas. I didn't even see Droidicas.
I'm just gonna
Apparently
go
people in the EA stream are seeing
so I'm not going to be too picky here.
are seeing Droidicas.
You know, no loyalties. Maybe you are Sith after all.
Maybe I am.
Who knows?
Shots fired.
Shots fired.
Yeah, so in this third phase though, the droids are trying to capture that throne room. So you can see here, if you remember, it's just this is the main throne.
And this is such super
right.
close quarters. Do you have any like sort of strategies that you would?
Oh, there's Solo.
I mean, if you're the clones, you're hoping that. Oh, jeez.
Well, he got torn up by Darth Maul.
I can't relive Force Awakens again. You know, like don't do it.
Darth Maul is just destroying absolutely everything. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know if it's the same guy, but he's been wrecking the house.
Combined arms fire.
Oh.
The tip is
Rip.
blasters.
Run away. Maybe run away.
Run away and just shoot the crap out of Darth Maul.
Muselk MP3, nice.
Look at that.
Nice
Yeah.
stuff. Muselk.
He was Darth Maul, cool.
36 kills he ended up picking up
My
there, man.
goodness. My goodness.
Well, that's what you get when you play TF2 all the time.
Intense.
Intense is right. Nice.
I'm lying. It was freaking awesome. I love it. It's so good. It's like, I love the class-based gameplay personally. Because again,
Very interesting, very interesting. Seems a little like people move a bit fast. Like Darth Maul, he just seemed to be moving way too fast to be natural, but other than that, looked great.
Let's take a look at some of these outfits.
Actually, I think this is a crash montage. I think that's what we're going to do at this point. Just all crashing all the time. I'm down with that.
But it was Muselk. I mean, he's sitting there, getting as many battle points as he can before his next life. I mean, that's what you want to try to see with this battle point system. You want to either snowball your points, keep earning them,
cool.
and keep building, getting more.
So you can just earn points mid-game and stuff. I was wondering that, if you have to wait until the match ends to get your points, or if you get them continuously.
Just the way the game looks, it's so beautiful. Especially seeing this part of the Star Wars universe brought to life, the way that you guys really managed to do so. I mean, kudos on that one. Once again, just dropping jaws everywhere.
Nice.
We try. I mean, the team
Again, only things I'm kind of off about are the shields, because they're kind of weird. We haven't really seen those before. But hey, they're not full bubble shields. They're not protected 100% when you have them out.
Like we get it, the game looks good.
But the bubble shield and then Darth Maul and I guess some other characters moving a bit fast. Those are really my only issues.
I can't wait to coordinate with my friends, and destroy the clone scum. I can't wait for that. Exactly. Separatists all day.
Well, guys, that was so awesome. Now, if you guys are in LA, you can come join us at FanFest this weekend.
All right,
and you can come
nice.
down on Monday.